This is Lemon's Car Spotting. You post to Instagram with the hashtag Lemon's Car Spotting. We pick the hooptiest.
They are so incredibly terrible.
And which one we want to become a real Lemons build.
It does car-like things. I've been pushing for one of those in Lemons too, and those are very affordable.
Hey, it's Eric, it's Jay, it's Lemon's Car Spotting. If you haven't seen this in a while, basically what we're doing is we're taking the distilled essence of the cars that you're seeing in the wild and saying which two from the week we want to see in Lemons. So we won't waste a whole lot of time bringing it in. Just make sure you're tagging your stuff, Lemon's Car Spotting, and we may very well talk about it. And with that in mind, let us go with my pick, which is a Midwestern style all-star here.
Oh, baby.
Yeah. I mean, this thing really has it all going on. This is, of course, a Chevy Malibu from the late 90s and early 2000s. There's so much happening here. It kind of needs to be dissected piece by piece.
Yeah, the aero package obviously is really the key here, and he's got the vortex generators on the roof.
Oh, yeah.
Because you certainly need that with your Chevy Malibu.
Right.
Got the downforce with the sort of sharp-looking risers. What do you call those? End plates, but they're not end plates.
Yeah. Mid plates. Let's call them mid plates. Yeah.
Call it. And what's going on with the three? What's with the Adidas stripes?
Well, I don't know. I guess that's some style points that let you know to look to the exhaust tip that is for some reason buried in the rear valence. I only regret that we can't see the front of this thing, but we're pretty sure if you had something like this or could fashion it that, you could probably make an educated guess as to what it looks like. Now, what kind of Malibu is it? Who cares? Just look at it. It's got a Grand Am. That looks like the Grand Am wing, by the way, which is...
Oh, I think you might be right.
Or, whatever. Spectacular car, never going to be fast, always going to be in Class C. You could look so good in Class C with that thing.
That's true. If you had this thing with numbers on the doors in Class C, domination.
Absolutely.
And you might actually win your class with this.
That's right.
Yeah.
One last look at that real quick.
That's really good.
There's some wording ahead of the wheels, which actually look kind of good on it, but it's all relative.
They must be from another car.
They must. All right. So let's move on to Jay's pick. And, I will let you talk all about this thing.
Well, all right. So actually, this is another camper. That's coincidental from what I picked last week, which was also a camper. I actually picked this one because, I love car trucks. And I would love to see more car trucks and Lemons. We have had the Del Sol Camino conversion. We've had a couple of real El Caminos. Have we had any Rancheros? Yeah, we've had Rancheros.
We've had an early Ranchero. We've never had a Malaise era one like this.
Right. And I think this is a 79. This is the very end, basically. And I'm just noticing, boy, it's basically got Pontiac wheels on it, although I know those are the actual correct wheels. So I love the car trucks. I love these really late ones from after the time that it really made sense. There was this period where you could sell the snot out of these. And then by this point, you had to smog these like a normal car, which you didn't have to do for trucks. So it just didn't make sense for anybody to build these anymore. But I wish these would, now that everything has to smog again, I wish these would come back, because how cool is a car truck? And honestly, let's be clear. The El Camino, always cooler than the Ranchero. Sorry, Ford guys. But this one is pretty good. It's the GT, which means it had stripes on it.
Right.
I want to see it. Show up with something like this, you will dominate. Again, Class C guaranteed.
That's right. I love how everything's pointy. Everything's pointy on these. The nose, the slab side, so good.
Yep. And what's going on from the middle of the front axle all the way to the front? Why is that like 6 feet long? Is there anything happening there? I mean, the radiator is probably right at the front lip of the tire. So what's that full of?
Dead space. Dead space. Let's say that.
All right. Polar moment. That's what it's full of.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's going to do it for this episode. Make sure to tag your stuff, Lemons. There it is, car spotting. And we may talk about your crap. We'll
All
see
right.
you next week.